Welcome back, everybody. It's time for some WePlay Dota 2 action. I'm Gods. Joining me is Lumi, and we've got ourselves our opening game in today between ScaryFacezzzz and Poseidon. We're here in Group D. Things started off yesterday, and we're going to hop ourselves right into this game because Lumi and I, we just finished our breakfast/lunch, and do apologize for missing a lot of this draft, but we're here now, ready to get things underway in the WePlay Dota 2. And, well, ScaryFacezzzz, Poseidon.
You tell me a bit more about these teams, because I haven't seen any of these teams play.
Both of these teams had one best of two yesterday, taking on rox.kis. Both of these two teams losing to rox.kis. Poseidon's the stronger of the two, I'd say. They've got three of the former Virtus Pro players, and they are Tame My Wild, KSI, and Illidan. They've the sort of more experienced team. They've got the greater individual talents. As for ScaryFacezzzz, they're a almost entirely new name. Yamaha has been like a stand-in for a couple of the top Russian teams here and there, but apart from him, I don't know anything about these other four players on SFC.
All right. Good to know. So, veterans versus amateurs in a sense.
Yeah. Jodem is also on the Poseidon team. He's like a popular Russian streamer. He gets quite a lot of viewers and is a really good support player. Okay. He's one of like the new upcoming talents, but we'll see. Let's we've got to get ourselves a draft here, and not too sure what to make of this.
Not too sure what the last hero is, so I can't really talk about it.
It's a support of some kind. I want to say. Maybe a Visage, maybe a Rubik, maybe Crystal Maiden.
It's hard to really. I'm not going to talk about the draft till the last heroes.
Okay.
Seen, because we've seen today earlier. We learned from our Medusa game that you can't just jam some random carry. The lineup had to synergize. So, for example, a Vengeful Spirit would really give a ton of minus armor for Poseidon, and that would be a pretty big deal. Whereas the Crystal Maiden gives them fairly decent ganking and perhaps a weaker late game. So, we'll just... Maybe somebody in the chat would know? Because it was on the draft for a bit.
What was the fifth pick? Is it a Drow Ranger, someone says?
Okay.
Maybe?
Probably.
Yeah, I would think so.
Somebody said it was a Crystal Maiden.
Well, there's a certain face after that, so... to trust or not to trust is the thing. Look, everyone says Crystal Maiden, and everyone also has freaking Kappas in their message. So I don't like Twitch chat today. I don't like
Twitch
them very
chat's
much.
always lovely. I don't see the problem.
Oh. Uh-oh.
All right.
Why is everyone doing...
Came back in the game, and this seems like a Crystal Maiden to me. It's a Chen, or it's a Crystal Maiden with armor.
Yeah, armor, darker skin.
Different sex.
Yeah.
All right, cool. All right, so let's quickly introduce both teams before we kind of dive ourselves into the draft here. We have Pub playing our Darkster, X_X on the Shadow Fiend.
Yeah, that Pub should be KSI, and X_X is Tame My Wild.
Tame My Wild, okay. We have SB210, I think, playing the Dark Shore Warlord. We have Sakura playing Crystal Maiden. And last but not least, we have Jodem.
Yeah.
What the
You can't actually check people's Steam profiles. I wanted to check his aliases, and it's like, it's private. I'm like, what?
Am I on camera, or is it God's on camera?
Okay. Oh, we switched back now.
Jodem.
I was doing some Dota 2 stalking. Well, as for the Dire team, it's ScaryFacezzzz, or SFZ. We're going to have State21 playing the Solar Mid Storm Spirit. The offlane's going to be the Weaver of Cherry. Also an Abaddon. Blackbeard heading down bottom for the time being. He may rotate top. We'll have to wait and see. Speaking of that top lane, it's Yamaha on the Lifestealer, and then Crystal Maiden being played by Shadow, who apparently loves Soad. Did he misspell soap?
Yeah, he misspelled soap. He loves soap.
Yeah.
Maybe Soad is an acronym or something.
I think it's soap. Like, he has just a bit of a soap fetish going on.
Who wouldn't have a
really
soap
loves
fetish?
being clean.
Yeah.
Maybe he had some soap for breakfast. I mean, don't judge.
Probably would die if he eats soap.
Die? That's a bit extreme.
I don't know. Would anybody want to test that one out?
I'm a chemist, Lumi. I'm gonna say no.
Is this soap made with lard?
Maybe some soap.
Do we
need to bring out the Wikipedia again?
There's some fishes in the river.
Some fishes?
Look. They're just like...
Yeah.
They're just swimming through.
There's like tadpole. I mean, there's little lilies, so I'm sure there's tadpoles, frogs, all kinds of...
Yo, holy crap. I never knew this
There's a whole
existed.
ecosystem going on in this river.
Can we just get some like fish poles on the war spot? Just hang out?
Yeah, zoom in. You can see these fish flying around.
Yeah. Damn. Look at the detail. Alright, Stormstorm versus Shadowfiend in the mid lane. Who has the advantage?
SF with a slight advantage, but Storm does okay. Like, he can get some farm, he can contest a little bit. He did get pulled regen. Both of these players going for a null or wraith ban respectively and getting pulled regen. So I think SF should do, if he can get early souls in the first creep wave or two, he'll come out slightly ahead.
Yeah, I feel like the Stormstorm, a lot of his early game laning ability isn't as applicable to Shadowfiend as a range hero. But with that said, State 21 is actually doing a very good job. He's walking forward, dropping a remnant on a low HP hero to last hit them with the remnant, and then using overload to harass. So he's doing a very good job in terms of working towards him towards the bottle. At the same time, the one Shadowfiend gets 3, 5, 4-ish. That's when Shadowfiend has enough base damage to really take over.
What? Troll just got a first blood against a dual lane with an Abaddon.
It's a Weaver.
Weaver,
Well,
Abaddon, dual lane.
I'm not even feel sad for missing that.
No. Don't worry, I'm on your side. And that's a really bad start for SFZ.
Did he just salve after teleporting in?
Yes? Unless it's, like, what happened? No, okay.
It's not animation or anything.
Yeah, he salved. He must have used the wrong item hotkey and salved and then TP'd afterwards. So we are going to see, it looks like an early smoke gank coming out. You can see exactly what Poseidon want to do. They had 2 smokes, one on Chen, one on Nagasaran. They're going to gank the hell out of this Storm. So we mentioned SF likely to come out on top of
that
Storm.
Courier is coming in as well. If they could just... No.
They'll be a little late. Unless they stays around to do some bottle crowing, but...
No. State is going to be popping out, and that's going to be the easiest dive of their life. It's going to be ensnared to open things up. We're going to see Riptide. We're going to see a Stomp. There we go. And the right clicks of Raises will fly through. A C-Raise should do the job. There you go.
Just.
Perfect 3 Raises from Tame My Wild.
A lot closer than they would have hoped for, and that's because Nagasaran was only level 1. Actually surprised they didn't wait for the level 2. Having Riptide and Ensnare would have made that kill a lot easier. But
sometimes you just get Ensnare and you get kills.
All right. Well, they're going to announce
for
Swing
days,
Top.
man.
Ensnare level 1. I'm somewhat converted.
All right.
Some situations, it's better.
Situational. It's okay.
Yeah.
Shadowfiend's going to grab himself an Invis up top. So the lanes are really pretty much controlled. Back in the bot lane, it looks like we have a little bit of trouble on Troll Warlord. Troll Warlord's just out harassing both of these heroes. I'm not even sure how that's possible, but hey. Here we go. Another Whirling Axis coming in.
Poor man's shield, too strong. And having that early ring of regen, giving him the HP and survivability he needs. He's also chewed through all his tangos and salves, but he's going to be okay with himself.
Alright, looks like our 2 support duo has traveled up to the top lane, doing a very good job.
There goes your Centaur.
Oh, denied.
Yep.
Oh, nicely done.
Yep, Sakura go back in the jungle. He's going to find himself a Shockwave creep, which is also a nice little pick up here. John him in a bit of trouble. Does get searched out. The Frostbite to follow, though. The creep wave luckily still there. Oh,
body block! Nice. No, there's no body block whatsoever.
He kind of cancelled his body block, and also the Nagasaran cancelled his retreat. Like, he turned around for a second there.
He turned around a second to drop it in snare or something, and then...
should have just kept running.
I don't think he realized the surge was coming for him, so...
Yeah.
That's unfortunate. Shockwave harass coming back out. It looks like they want to go for pub. Crystal Maiden dropping yet another Frostbite.
That's the end of the CM's mana, though. And, Life still wants to go on this state tier. I don't think he's going to do enough. Oh, he will now with the tower's help, so he's going to get that kill. Pub, KSI. He's still taking decent damage. He's got 2 bottle charges here, so he's going to be just fine.
Well, I'm actually very surprised this Troll Warlord has this powerful of a laning ability, because he's able to do a ton of work. It looks like we have
Bottom rune. SF's going to get there first. Body block. Invis hero, like, oh, where did that rune go? Yeah. Storm knew he had an Invis, though, so he's not going to be too surprised by that.
I'm surprised that Storm didn't attack for it.
Yeah. He could have gone... Oh, I guess he only has double raise, and he is in a slight risk of that going down.
No, as in Storm, why didn't he just range attack to deny the rune?
He got the rune. Oh, you mean, the Storm. Okay,
yeah,
I thought you meant the SF. I was like, what? Yeah, I guess maybe he thought he'd get there first with his boots. He didn't quite know where the SF was. Oh, another Centaur getting Frostbite at top, so...
It's okay, he got a stomp off, doing a little bit of harass.
Yep. Well, we'll see if he can get another deny, and it doesn't look like it. Life's still with the last hit here, but they're just pressuring this T1 tower. This T1 tower already down to sub 300 HP.
Yeah, but it's okay. I think Shadowfiend is doing a very good job controlling mid. And bot lane, Troll Warlord's winning. Still very, very asking myself how is that even possible against the dual lane. And then top is doing absolutely fine. I mean, Darkseid's doing a very good job getting levels. And these 2 supports are not under level, at least that much, by doing gank, doing harass, and things of that nature. So all things going pretty well here.
Yeah, it's not normally you see this Darkseid trialing and leave the Troll solo, but yeah, Troll doing just fine on his own. Has his Tranquil Boots up nice and early to help heal him up, and Well, this Abaddon Weaver dual lane is normally something you'd want against a tri-lane, not something against a solo hero who you can't kill.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they're going to try. But meanwhile, top tower, that 9 attempt coming out from Crystal Maiden, almost gotten it. Can they actually surge up forward the Dark Troll Warlord to go for a kill?
Yeah, either that or you surge the Naga Siren for the ensnare. But it looks like they're not going to go for it. CM does have boots already, which is going to help out Shadow quite a bit.
You know, actually, I take back what I said about the level differences. If you look at the levels of Scary Phases, both Crystal Maiden and Abaddon are at level 4, whereas Chen as well as Naga only level 3. So they're definitely winning the lanes, Poseidon, but it's coming at the cost of the supports being somewhat under level.
The Radiant solos are getting more experience. So like your SF is ahead of the Storm, your Trolls, he's ahead of the dual lane, of course. But Weaver also level 4, so it's a fairly under-leveled Weaver. If they'd just done a straight-up off-lane Weaver and had the Abaddon top, I think it would have gone a lot better.
Ooh, I'm surprised they didn't make a go on that Storm shirt. Or probably Storm because he popped in this room. But he now hits level 6, so the gank basically becomes impossible. You're not going to gank him with Centaur creeps and Naga and Snare as a disable. So they will back off and probably going to double jungle up a little bit. It's not too bad to double jungle up to your level 4 or something like that.
Yeah. And then when they next come out, it's probably towards the bottom lane. Like you say, they can't really kill off this Storm. They can maybe go... Oh, speaking of Storm, he's actually going to go for a kill on the SF at mid. And here's the Crystal Main with a Nova and a Frostbite. SF trying to bottle up. He's got a lot of Magic Wand charges. Pops him, but still goes down. And the rotation from Jottam and Sakura a bit too late here. But Storm out of mana with bottle charges. Looks like he's going to be okay.
It's a test of faith.
Where was it?
Yeah, he didn't go
That's
for it. Crystal Maiden now diving for Naga Siren. Not going to go for it.
Frostbite on the Troll. All right.
That's going to be yet another kill if he doesn't... No.
Denied.
That's fine. Crystal Maiden's actually showing us something that we always believe in on paper, but we never see too much, which is Frostbite really good against Chen. But this game, you can see that she's doing nothing but... Ooh, looks like... Oh, man, if she had mana, she's going to get that kill.
Yeah.
Crystal Maiden Frostbiting a lot of Chen creeps and able to do basically a lot of harassment.
If she had that Frostbite for that Naga Siren.
Yeah.
I definitely agree. I see him a really useful hero to have against Chen in general. But I think the main problem with why we don't see more CM against Chen is because Chen, they don't normally actually spend as much time ganking and pushing early on as this current Chen has. Normally Chen just sort of sits in jungle farming away, getting a fast level 6, level 7, and getting a mech up.
The current version of Chen being played, that's kind of the case. And during the mid game, your Nova falls off as a defensive spell against a push. Your bite is, you know, somewhat lackluster because you don't want to sit in the front line unless you want to get killed. So for the most part, you know, we're definitely seeing what Crystal Maiden can do. Meanwhile, back in the bot lane, looks like we are going to see a... What is this building into? I have no freaking clue.
He had Tranquil Boots, which is where the Ring of Protection and Ring of Regen came from. I guess you go back to for a Vlad's with these two items. So you disassemble your Tranquils, get the phase, and get a Vlad.
But he also has a Helm of Iron Will.
It's either Helm of the Dominator or Armlet, I guess.
Yeah,
More likely Helm of the Dominator. Yeah.
Dominator. Actually...
Dominator... Well, you don't want Dominator and Vlad's.
Armlet has a Ring of Regen in it. Yeah. Back in the melee, looks like we have a jump, and they are going to get the pull off against Shadow Fiend. Shadow Fiend down to about half HP. Tower now focusing on Yamai. It's going to turn around and get a raise off. Nicely done here. Going to survive still for now. Yeah. Stormstar is still running low in terms of mana. He is going to get warded off.
Alright, well, SF is going to survive this one. CM now rotating in as well. Looks like Storm Spirit can be forced back. Meanwhile, Abaddon actually went down at the bottom lane to...
Troll?
Yeah, Troll.
Man, Troll's doing so much work.
Speaking, I didn't want to interrupt you before as the fight broke out. Armlet doesn't have a Ring of Regen. You misspoke.
Holy shit.
Just
woke up.
That was, don't worry, it was just like a complete brain fire. I'm just like, I heard I'm like...
Wait, what?
No, it's okay. Weaver, Medallion, early pickup on him, and I'm not sure how much this is going to help against the Troll, because Troll has more than enough armor out of this one. And Snare goes down the Weaver, and Weaver is not level 6 yet. He's just going to straight up die.
First hit bash!
I think with or without that bash, it's a kill, though.
Yeah. I mean, maybe he gets in Sakuchi and survives very, very...
Yeah. There was Whirling Axes up again soon as well, so...
Okay, yeah, he's probably...
The bash definitely helped, because it was actually the bonus damage which made him die a lot faster.
Yeah.
But, well, it's another important kill going there, Poseidon. This Troll is just being left untouched. 3-0-0, 45 CS. He's off to a really good start. All 3 core heroes on the Poseidon side are doing well, though.
Yeah. Troll's definitely touching everybody else. Crystal Maiden is actually doing quite well. 0-0-2 is the score. She's got Freezing Field on her level 6. I always feel like Freezing Field is so underestimated as an ultimate spell. And often regard think you should get it on a Crystal Maiden. It's somewhat difficult to always pull it off if you don't have the setup. In this game, you have Storm Spirit, you have Life Slayer. Those are fairly decent setup spells for you.
Well, as it stands, we do look towards Darkseid picking up a mech soon. Maybe once Poseidon have that, they can start taking more fights. There's an attempt on the Darkseid's life at top, but
No, that's
not even. Yeah,
you can't do it like that. You got a Nova to bait out the Surge and then Frostbite.
Yeah. Well. Okay. He's gonna be just fine, and well, Poseidon. They're happy to just play things slow for now, and I think that's fine for them. They've got a 2-core late-game carry lineup. They do have to worry a bit with the Storm Lifestealer and Fest Bomb, so this Lifestealer needs more farm. He got pressured so much at top lane by a Trillion that he is behind where he wants to be.
Alright, looks like we have a little bit of engagement on the bot lane. Ultimate already used on Abaddon, down to about 400 HP. He's going to get just bashed down right in these trees. That's a similar spot where he just died. Alright, self-deny coming out. Not too bad, but meanwhile, we do have Razes coming out. Stormshard zipping in as well, but he's got to be very worried about his own survival as he's running away. He's going to zip to the low ground.
They finally do kill that Darkseid at top lane, meanwhile. The CM and Lifestealer teaming up for that one, but...
Okay. Looks like Crystal Maiden Ultimate was, resolved that one.
Yeah.
Dropping that freezing field. Back in the bot lane, we're going to see a tier 1 tower siege. And this should be going down very easily as well. Poseidon is just...
I think they even go for tier 2 here. I don't think,
Sure.
with the Chen, I don't think anything's going to get in their way.
Yeah, I mean, Darkseid's going to make the rotation. Maybe Crystal Maiden will as well. But by the time they get there, they're going to have to expend the Glyph as well.
Alright, well, Glyph already being used. They need more here. They've only got the Weaver and Abaddon for the time being. And CM, freezing field on cooldown, man. You don't want to fight without that.
I'm not sure
This
about that.
CM
One.
is, like you say, played really well. Being the standout player for this Dire team.
She's
almost.
level 7. I'm going to check levels for the team right now. She's, halfway there for her team, which is pretty
The
impressive.
bottom lane is what flopped for SFZ. They gave up first blood to a solo troll, and then just haven't done much.
Mist Coil and a Photic Shield.
I don't like this medallion rush either on the Weaver this game. I just don't think it's going to do a whole lot. I guess maybe the reasoning is that the Lifestealer and Storm offer enough sort of alternative carry options.
Yeah.
But
I think it's okay. I mean, considering the fact that he didn't have a good start, maybe it hurts the build a little bit. But it's good against Chen Creep, like if it's tanking tower, for example. It really amps up your Feast damage, because Feast obviously does more damage if there's minus armor on top. And it just makes him more of a chasing force. We've seen Weaver a lot lately in terms of keeping in a chaotic teamfight, backstabbing, doing a ton of right clicks, and getting kills. Well, he, in theory, will do more of that with the armlet on top. So I don't dislike the item, but judging on how the game is starting right now, it seems like he's not going to be able to have a big impact in this game.
yeah, and things are going just really badly for SFZ. They can't even defend these towers. They lose 2 at bottom. They lose to tier 1 mid, and maybe even this tier 2 middle tower. And this is... Well, actually, have they got the mech up now? Yeah, Darkseid, no, still no mech, so they're pushing without a mech. The Chen doesn't even have to get one for himself. It looks like the Darkseid's mech arriving now, and with this should be a fairly straightforward tier 2 tower siege. SFZ just don't have a good lineup for engaging, unless they bring the Lifestealer, who maybe can come, but he's still trying to finish off his armlet.
Yeah, on a team or on a lineup that relies on trying to pick people off or gank people or chase people as they're running away. It doesn't matter if these guys group up as 5, and that's exactly what we see. I mean, what is Weaver, Storm, and Lifestealer going to do in terms of chasing if the entire team is, packed up together with things like Song to back them up, Hand of God with Chen creeps available to stomp or Shockwave and things of that nature? It's hard to chase into this team.
Yeah, it's where SFZ, I mean, they have a lineup full of strong heroes. I think maybe the Abaddon pick is something where you'd rather have something which could actually help take team fights and defend towers, but... In general, this is like really strong lanes, good early game, decentish mid-game ganking at least, but just not good for stopping this constant 5-man push. I'm not sure exactly where it went wrong or what kind of hero they needed for this, but...
Well, what went wrong is Troll Warlord was able to hit level 10 against the dual lane. And look at his item out right now. We are going to finally see Ring of Aquila, so that's what the Ring of Protection turned into. And then it's going to be Helm of Dominator. So, in theory, we're going to see an insane push of like 4 big neutral creeps. And, you have Iron Shell to back you up. You have Surge, Vacuum. It's very, very hard to defend this push.
And SF's very close to that BKB of his, so... Dreads, Bottle, BKB, he's 2-1. He's doing as well as he needs to be doing. So, SFZ are going to struggle to keep defending towers. I guess as soon as this Lifesteal hits Armlet, he's got to team up with Storm and just find kill after kill. If they don't succeed with these Lifestealer infest bombs with the Storm, I think SFZ are done for. That's going to be this big pivotal opening for them.
So if Poseidon, they see that, right? They're asking themselves, how can we lose this game?
Yeah.
And they understand that based on SFZ's lineup, the only way they will lose is, give away 3-4 kills in a row. So all they have to do is just push us 5. And if they do push us 5, I don't see Poseidon losing this game. In fact,
you go ahead.
I think they'll win the game 25 minutes in.
Yeah, and even if they go, like, let's say they try to use Infest Bombs to stop a push, you just Song of the Siren and kill the Lifestealer.
Sure.
He's just suddenly inside with Rage, you ensnare him, and you've got physical damage from SF and Troll with Battle Trance.
Yeah, and the minus armor from your Naga if...
Yeah, that Lifestealer is going to just melt, and that's actually a nice thing, little trick they can do. Even if they don't Song of the Siren, they can just straight up fight this Lifestealer. I think even with an armlet, he's going to be very squishy to the physical damage of this Radiant team.
Yeah, you're dealing with high armor heroes with a mech and a Chan to back you up in terms of healing. So, I think if Poseidon, or Poseidon as you call them, all they got to do is group up 5, make sure that they don't lose any tier 1 towers for no reason. You can see the rotation going bot here from Tro.
Yep.
And just push.
Yeah, I like what Cherry's doing, going in for a bit of counter push towards this bottom lane, trying to pressure it, but he's going to suddenly find a Lifestealer making his way down towards the bottom lane. And, well, it's no towers able to be pushed by SFZ. They don't have a good push lineup. They don't have a good team fight. All they've really got is ganking, but when you lose the early game, you never get to that ganking stage because your opponents just stick as 5 constantly.
Well, they're ganking right now. They're trying to pick off a Troll Warlord. He's going to already have the Naga backup, so even if the initiate song's going to be there, Chain Creep's coming in and out to scout things out, so yeah, it's time for SFZ to back off. I think one way to kind of pull yourself back in a game like this is go ultra late, just say, we're going to sack all over our tower, try to farm, try to go for pickoffs, and don't worry about these early game towers. Another way to look at the situation is, hey man, they have all the outer towers, but that just means that we will take the outer towers for the goal later on if we can make a comeback. So SFZ, I'm not sure whether they're playing for that stage of the game or they're looking to say, alright, Armlet's up on Lifestealer, let's go gank.
Well, if they want to stop this Roshan, they're going to have to go take a fight and gank. And it's definitely, like, if they win a fight or two and get some towers, this will be quickly turned around. It looks like they want to maybe start with Roshan. They scouted that with the Crystal Nova. They are going to be coming in here. Is there an Infest Bomb? It looks like, yep, Infest into the Storm Spirit, but they've got to go really soon, and they may be too late here. The Storm's going to scout out how low Roshan is, so the Storm, he zips in, but he does so a bit too early. BKB on the Shadow Fiend, he's just going to drop a Requiem here, and the Storm's going to get the hell out of there. Lifesteal's trying to steal their Aegis from the Roshan. Aegis, though, gets snatched by the SF, and now the Lifesteal can get blown up to pieces. Abaddon pops the ultimate. Lifesteal now getting insane up. He gets brought down. Meanwhile, the Troll Warlord's still keeping himself alive, but not for much longer. Storm sits back in. He goes to the high ground. He's out of mana, though. He's going to TP his way home. Nicely played by the Storm, but they lose 3, including the Abaddon at the end.
Yeah, what a raise from Lifesteal, or for Shadow Fiend to finish things off. They do pick off Tro, which is nice, but they lose basically everybody in doing so. Aegis also went on... I think Shadow Fiend was it? Yeah, Shadow Fiend picked up the Aegis.
Dire Team got the last hit with the Lifestealer, but Lifestealer and Storm, but it doesn't really matter. The gold as much as the actual Aegis, it feels like.
Yeah. So we're gonna see Shadow Fiend gonna lead his team for a top push, and once Troll Warlord is back alive, he's gonna just battle transfer attack speed for his team and start walking up to the top lane.
Alright, well, quickly SFZ going to be completely out of towers here. An SF, I mean, 1400 gold on top of himself. He will be looking towards his next item very soon. I like how the Naga Sirens also picked up this early gem, just to help deal with the Weaver and also get complete map control.
Yeah, there is the Weaver, I think, is the main thing here. Map control, obviously, a good added benefit. But Weaver trying to Sakuchi in and pick off a couple guys, well, he's going to be in the mood for surprise if that's what he's going to go for.
Well, Tier 2 Tower under siege. State is sort of there looking to drop some Revenants and slow things down, but all in all, this is not a fight SFC want to take, it feels like.
Well, they're going to take one against Troll Warlord. Troll trying to make himself back up with the allies, but he's going to get bursted down regardless. Lifestealer low. He's going to arm the toggle and has Aphotic Shield. Meanwhile, Shadow Fiend dropping pretty low as well, taking the tower focus. The Raze is going to come through, and Taimai, wow, doing a very good job, but he's still low, and he's still very capable to be dropped down. This is where Weaver comes in with his Medallion Courage. He's going to get one kill, drops the Aegis, now move on to the pub. They are going to get pub as well, and now Shadow Fiend comes back alive, and Snare's going to come through. The Raze is going to come out, but it's not going to be enough. Time lapse back. Crystal Maiden survived with about like 20 health. Armlet Weaver, man. If you just don't lock him down, he will just kill your entire team.
Yeah, and he's still chasing Jottam here. Jottam on the run, and well, that Medallion doing some work with all the minus armor combined with the physical damage of a Lifestealer. So,
I mean, we expected Dire to have a very, very tough time to deal with this lineup, but hey, Lifestealer initiated in, he almost suicidally. I think he survived regardless.
Yep.
Maybe the team fight and environment of Poseidon isn't as strong as we thought. Did they push without some big ultimates that they should have had?
I think Troll needs a BKB is the main thing, because he just got initiated on and blowing up here. I think the Helmet of Dominator is a nice little item. He's maybe going to die again here for a second time in a row.
Yeah, the right click's going to come through. You can see that they're trying to fan out, and trying to make sure that the whirling assets don't hit too much of them. Uh-oh, there's an ensnare coming on. Ooh!
Well, okay.
There was no time lapse.
Yeah, minus armor from the Nagas. That wasn't even a bash. That was just a straight
Just
up.
right click, yeah.
Okay. Well, that was a misplay coming out from the Weaver. He's not had the best game, that's for sure, giving up the first blood earlier on as well.
I can't really even fault him. You're like, hey man, Troll Warlord by himself, we're Lifestealer or Weaver, we could go for a kill, but Tier 1 tower is still up and a quick teleportation came. Weaver just played a little bit too aggressively.
If only he had that armlet.
Yeah? Wait, the Weaver have an armlet?
Okay. You said armlet Weaver earlier when you meant medallion. I knew what you meant. Right.
Man.
The problem is he bought the wrong items to get the armlet. He didn't get the Ring of Regen.
There you go. The Ring of Regen is a central component of it. Song Siren used this against the Storm, but Storm can't he just zip back out? Walls get dropped.
Yeah. It looks like they're just disengaging.
What the hell?
That was
disengaging
unusual.
with a Song and a wall? That's just a waste.
I think there was a couple people on a completely different page of different novels at that.
Yeah. Well, different language novel as well.
Yeah.
One is reading the Dutch version of Harry Potter, and the other one is...
They're reading freaking teen magazine.
There you go. There we go, pull initiation going on the Troll Warlord, but BKB activated, a Aphotic Shield brings him back out. Oh, the Ensnare goes on a Lifestealer, but he go infested back inside. They want the Troll, and they do get the Troll again. Great focus fire. Here comes the ultimate from the Shadow Fiend, but it's not enough. Meanwhile, Weaver on the back line, it's just the exact same team fight. They want to chase for a little bit more.
Yeah, Weaver doesn't have time lapse any longer. Oh, the Ensnare on Yamaha. He's in trouble now. It's the physical damage there. The armlet toggling wasn't quite spot on, and now Crystal Maiden going to be the next one to take it fall. If he gets that armlet toggle off, maybe SFZ can keep on fighting. Instead, they're now on the run. They've lost 2. Abaddon doesn't have ultimate. Weaver doesn't have time lapse. They do not want to re-engage.
I think that was a classic case of miscommunication. I think half the team says, we could go, guys. Let's get some kills. And half the team says, I don't know about this. So half the team went in, and those half of the team just died.
Yeah.
So it was, poor play coming out from SFZ, and I thought they were on a very good path of coming back, but losing a tier 2 tower and then, a team fight afterwards. Look at this gold graph. It's been dipping insanely towards the direction of SFZ, but now it's going back up.
Yeah, that really one poor fight that went down for Poseidon near that top lane, but they get the tier 2 tower now. That was a much better fight for them in general, and it's not like they've had big item pickups since that last loss fight. I think they just executed a lot better. The Troll's still not having BKB, and that's actually really hurting Poseidon. I feel like if they'd gotten that a lot earlier, they would just be completely ahead and maybe have even start sieging the high ground by now. But yeah, they'll fall back for it. They'll probably... At this point, I think there's no real reason to try and push high ground until they get at least a BKB, and maybe even not until the next Roshan.
Yeah, I really like the fact that Storm is just jumping on the Troll every single time. He recognized that between Troll and Shadow Fiend, there's a ton of physical damage, but if you remove one of them out of the equation, they're actually not that bad. And obviously, Troll without the BKB is the easier person to focus upon. And Lifestealer going in, Storm going in, and multiple Aphotic Shields and Miscoils later, they do eventually get the kill. And because they have Storm, because they have Lifestealer and Weaver, they could kind of disengage fairly easily whenever they want to, in fact.
Well, Poseidon, I feel, do still need to end this game fast, Lumi. There's a CM, and this CM is getting bigger and bigger. Level 2 Ultimate, Ogre Club, like, we're looking towards a CM who may actually have a decent mid-game impact. Maybe not late game. I think that's stretching it, but...
I don't know. Look at the CM. Look at CM, the Frostbite. Oh. Pop that Magic Stick for the... Oh, come on.
No freezing field being dropped just yet. Maybe would have got the kill there. This is the ulti CM. There's a vacuum. You ulti now.
There you go.
CM freezing field. Nothing to cancel it at all. The SF getting low. As does the Darkseer. Couldn't actually finish off the heroes. Where was the Lifestealer and Weaver to clean up? The Weaver not even at this fight. The Lifestealer went in too late, and now we're going to see the SF Requiem.
Oh, he misses. The Requiem misses
Naga.
because of the song. They're going to pull one off. Pub is dropping low. Is that going to surge back out and fight? I don't know about that one.
That was Naga's fault.
Yeah.
Straight up, that should not have been happening. Yamaha gets double ensnared. First the Troll Warlord, then the Naga Siren, and he gets taken out by a test of fate.
He killed himself because he raged. The Aphotic Shield couldn't come on. The Aphotic Shield would have debuffed the ensnare.
Oh, Abaddon TP's out. Nicely played by himself, but Weaver during all of that was actually, it looked like he was pushing down a middle tower. He destroyed a tower, and the only tower that's taken down was mid lane. So yeah, so Weaver wasn't at the fight, solo pushed the mid tier 1, but that fight could have gone so much better for Poseidon if Naga Siren toggled that sleep a bit earlier.
Yeah, and same thing with the SFZ, like the, I think it was Lifestealer. Yeah, Lifestealer did not have to die there. If he did not rage and prevent the Aphotic Shield from coming on, he survives that 100%. So both teams pretty sloppily play.
Well, they're playing like the literary equivalent of a teen magazine right now.
Well then. I don't need to say anything beyond that. And Naga Siren Midas. 23 minutes.
Oh?
Chuan, is that you? It's not on a tree and protector, but you know. I like it. I like it. Hit you to 16 ASAP, you know?
Okay.
Yeah. What else do you get? I mean, you could get real item Heaven's Halberd,
Yeah,
or you could get, you know, Midas.
Heaven's Halberd's like your standard item progression.
Every time you get you get Midas, you get wards.
Like, if you're against like a Chen Creeps or like a Necro book, Midas makes a little bit of sense, but I think we just see him use it. There's no big creep to use it on. He's gonna have to wait for it to respawn. But yeah, the logic behind this, I think you're right, is that you're just waiting for that. You try and get level 16 as fast as
Naga.
possible.
Blocking his own cam. Come on.
He's had a bad couple. Yeah, first to sleep, now that. Oi 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 oi. Oi with the poodles already.
For those of you guys are wondering what happened there, creeps spawn. They don't exactly spawn like as 0-0. They spawn like a 0.5, or it feels like, or 0.1 sometimes. So if you just eagerly walk into a camp, right when the clock hits 12, that's when you miss and block your own camp.
Yep. Well, Poseidon is still like they're 15-12 kills, but it's still a 10k gold lead for them. They're getting much greater farm on their core here. Storm though is looking for a zip in. He's got an infested lifesteal, but Troll Waller this time he's got his BKB ready. A bash onto Yamaha. Yamaha in trouble. You can't get the shield off.
Oh,
Another bash. Wow, Yamaha, the bash lord.
Dies to his own rage because the Phoenix Shield can't target you. Oh no! Here comes a 4-staff forward. They're gonna use immediately. Using his borrowed time to actually debuff a couple of stun. Vacuum backward, a Phoenix Shield gets broken immediately. Tessa Fave comes out as well. Couple more right click. Crystal Maiden. Uh-oh. Freezing Field?
Let's go, CM.
Yeah!
Decent damage. Yeah, it's worth it.
Need a setup.
I mean, 2-minute cooldown, I guess, but it may as well get a bit of whatever damage you can get off before you go down. And, well, with that, Poseidon, they're going to look to reach the high ground here. Roshan's respawning shortly, but it seems, hey, Aegis or no Aegis, they want to go. They want to try and take this push here. Weaver's kind of pushing top lane, but he's going to get back soon to defend this. Battle Trance with this push is doing some nice damage.
Yeah, Battle Trance gets met by Glyph, but, you know, here we go. Glyph is over now. Shadowfiend's right-clicking for a ton. And SFZ trying to make a very, very last hole of Phoenix Shield. That's going to hit on Storm. Going back and out. He wants a Troll Warlord. Troll Warlord down to about half or quarter HP. A quarter HP.
Yeah, the song being used just to help save him. And they're going to
smoke
out.
Just trying to run away.
They're going to get revealed shortly if this Weaver keeps on chasing. It looks like not going to be the case. And I'll have to see if either team looks to go into the Roshan pit. It looks like with Darkseid TPing top, maybe SFC could, but they haven't got the best Roshan team. They have got the Medallion on the Weaver, and ooh, they're going in.
Okay.
They get spotted by a Radiant Ward, though, so this will be met with some aggression from Poseidon. I don't see any reason Poseidon wouldn't contest this Roche. But they've got to go now. Where are they?
Yeah, they teleported away. I think that's a good decision for them to make go. It looks like the courier's going to get sniped off, but a double damage shadow.
SF is, yeah. Okay, he'll get the courier. But they're not going to actually... They could have contested that Roshan. Troll was just killing Ancients. Sure, it maybe not Darkseid getting there in time, but they had a BKB Troll. They had SF in a good position. They could have maybe gone in for that one, but I guess they decide, look, it's not worth the risk.
I'm not sure if risk even has anything to do with it. You have Song as well as Darkster in the Roshan pit. That should be easy.
Song was on cooldown, though.
Okay. But still, I mean, they don't have anything crazy like that, so...
They had double BKBs on carry heroes, both the BKBs, not on cooldown, so...
I just think that was just a momentary lapse in judgment. Like, Poseidon was able to go in that pit and wreck stuff.
Yeah, well... It's game on now. SFZ have themselves an Aegis. They give it to the Lifesteal. Lifesteal's gone back for a Ogre Club. I guess maybe we're looking at your Racecast Sanjin Yasha build from him.
I think it's Heaven's Halberd. He needs HP.
Well, Sanjin Yasha gives you HP as well, I guess. But not the same evasion and disarm that the Heaven's Halberd gives you. At the same time, he does need to be a decent damage seal on the late game. Although Cherry has caught up. BKB on him. If he can get his Desolator out, then I think you can see Lifesteal look towards a Heaven's Halberd.
Yeah, we will see.
How's that Nagasaran Midas working out? Level 12 only. He's only got one level since picking it up.
He's making ward. Look at his gold.
Yeah.
You know, he's rich.
It's paying for itself almost. I mean, you mentioned Heaven's Halberd. He'll get it regardless. Storm has a Hex, which is, I guess, his first item. He didn't normally not often seen as a first item on Storm, but it means he can actually jump these BKB carry heroes. So I kind of like this Hex pickup.
I mean, it's one of those items that it is so bad before you finish it, but when you do finish it, like Hex for example, it's like, yeah, it's pretty good. One of the best items in the game, period.
Well, it's going to get spotted out in a second, so these carry heroes will know what they're up against shortly. Although, they're trying to bait out this bottom lane.
Nobody falling for the bait.
SF was there, but he TP'd mid, so unfortunately not going to... Yeah, like you say, not falling for the bait. It looks like SF has completed his butterfly. Yeah, he's got the money for it now after this Ancient Sack. Multiple other items coming out. Ghost Scepter for the Naga Siren, Vlad's for the Chen, so... I imagine Poseidon will be ready to go and take a fight once this Aegis is maybe gone on the Life Stealer. Even with the Aegis up, I think they can take a fight, because this Life Stealer really isn't much of a threat.
I mean, they could... There's no sense of waiting out the Aegis, I guess. You give them a ton of room to get some farm back. State, 21.
Yeah, I think they should try and defend this tower. There's a lack of farming items. There's going to be a zip in from the Storm. Is he going to use the Hex here? It looks like he's just going to straight up kill Darks here. That was not a place where KSI wanted to be.
And without Darkseer, it seems like the Radiant team's going to just back off.
Yeah. I think that's... Once that you've lost Darks at the right decision to make. He shouldn't have been there on his own, though. Which was the big problem. Nagastaran has a sleep to set things up for a Requiem.
Okay.
And we'll have to see if they try and make that play. Right now, Weaver at top lane, so... I'd be surprised if SFZ try and push and fight without Weaver. That would be... I don't know. Ill-advised.
Yeah, Weaver does not have Butcher Drive or anything like that, so he can't get to that fight very quickly.
They're still hanging around. It looks like maybe they just want to pick off or something. They can zip it on the Storm and get the SF and get a Hex off. They do just that. XX, Tame My Wild. Nice sleep coming out. This is going to buy time. You can set up a Requiem. You can even use the BKB. Or they just disengage. It looks like they'll go for option 2. SF getting sent home as well.
Sent back. Okay, it looks like Frostbite's going to go on the Troll Warlord, force that backwards as well, keeping him safe.
He smartly saves his BKB. A lot of people would just panic there and pop their BKB. But he gets kept alive and TP's out. So SFZ. I think Poseidon, knowing they didn't have Weaver, they knew they weren't in too much danger.
Yeah, I mean, SFZ, all they want to do is kind of weary the Storm. Once it gets to the late game, Storm, Lifestealer, and to me, the Weaver is going to take over. Sure, you have Dark Troll Warlord, excuse me, and Shadow Fiend, but these are not really a traditional, powerful late game carries.
Yeah. Alright, well... As it's, they've still got such great physical damage on this Radiant team. Like, Battle Trance aside, you've got SF right clicks, Troll Warlord right clicks. You've got some, I mean, Chain Creeps add a little bit here and there, but this is just going to really hurt the Lifestealer, who's going to be getting in-snared up, focused down whenever possible, and that's something which he's going to have to really have problems dealing with. I like Cherry, how he's going back for it looks like an MKB, recognizing all the evasion on the Radiant side. They've got a Butterfly on SF, they've already got a Talisman of Evasion on Troll. Going for a Desolator here would be a mistake.
What do you think about the Acceptor finish on Darkseer? I mean, it's a item that doesn't give you too much this game.
Yeah.
But it's just purely, hey, I'm gonna hit you with a ton of illusions, that kind of thing.
I don't particularly like it. I mean, I only like it against lineups where the illusions are actually giving you a lot. Like if you're against like hard late game carries, like whatever Morphling, Anti-Mage and stuff, and you want those illusions to be stronger. Against just like a Weaver. And like Lifestealer illusions don't do a whole lot. They're melee. They don't actually do that much damage. Weaver illusions do a little bit, but I don't think it does a whole lot. Another courier kill. The Dire lose their courier for like the second time in 10 minutes.
I mean, the courier... Well...
What do you think Darkseer should have got? Or do you think the Ags is fine?
Against this particular lineup, I'm always a big fan of Heaven's Outbreak. I think we saw last game against Adusa, and... No. I mean, Pipe wouldn't be too bad, although the physical damage is not too good. I always think if you're not sure on the Darkseer, you just get a Mystic Staff and decide you either go Hex or Shivas.
Hex is always a great item on Darkseer.
Yeah.
But he did seem quite sure. He seemed sure that he just wanted an Aghanim Scepter. So
I don't know. I don't know if...
I'm not sure convinced on this item, but hey, it's whatever. It seems that Poseidon have themselves a decent enough lead that it may not matter too much here. They're actually going to be looking for a bit of a push here, so no more Aegis. Actually, sorry, Aegis still up for a little bit longer on the Lifesteal. There we go. 7 seconds it's gone, and I think Poseidon have timed this push such that there's no Aegis on Lifestealer.
Alright. Should be an easy push.
Well, here comes your TPs. There's a Lifesteal infested in Storm. The main problem is going to be that SFZ have buybacks. Storm as well as Lifesteal both do.
It's going to be a zip going a Hex on the... Ooh, and he surges to bring him back out. The wall gets dropped. Surge back on the Shadow Fiend, then right click. Oh my goodness. Jesus, he just melted. Vacuum's going to get a second. Looks like Ultimate's going to get dropped here. Weaver being forced back. The raise is not going to hit here.
That time-lapse was not a good time-lapse as well. He went directly into SF's waiting hands. He should have just kept running. He was out of there okay.
I'm not sure why he time-lapsed back into a team fight. Stormsir comes in and he just...
dies for a second.
Force out, yeah.
And Yamaha's ensnared again. He just keeps on dying to these insane. Abaddon going to be forced back. He doesn't have ultimate anymore, and you can see Poseidon just doing too much damage at this point in the game. Double? Is that a double rampage? He just got double rampage.
Well, triple? No.
He's dead. He's going to buy back. Boots of travel, TP in and get another kill. Triple rampage it. No.
No, he just put a bot. Where's Boots of travel? I saw him bot one earlier.
Nope. Not at least not on the SF, but he just got double rampage. Okay.
Yeah. Easy
Casual
game, easy
double
life.
rampage. I'm surprised GG's not being called after that. SFZ, they're going to be they're losing at least one set of Raxes, maybe even two here, without no one just Abaddon respawning in the next 20 seconds, and SF should just buy Boots of Travel. He could have helped his team get more Raxes here.
I mean, come on, he's defending bottom. Obviously, the push was going to go end the game.
Poseidon should be looking to get mid lane as well here. They should not be retreating. Come on. Abaddon going to stop them? The tower's already down to 350 HP. I think they're confident. They know they've won this game. They're just not really recognizing the fact that they can, end it a whole lot faster.
Yeah. No reason to rush things if the game is in the bag.
Well, it's not, I don't think it's so much as like not rushing things. I think it's more just not recognizing the opening that was there.
That's fine. I mean,
because now they're actually at more risk by not getting the Raxes now. Because now it's like, okay, there's 5 heroes alive. They could actually lose a team fight.
I just think that the next time they want to push, they could just say, "Hey guys, we got top Rax. We could just wait and slowly push in." I think not pushing is a smart idea because Naga didn't have Song backup, and now she does. She's level 16 with a level 3 Song.
Oh,
we saw what happened last fight. Like the Lifestealer Infest Bomb comes in, and then you Song instead of the Lifestealer, and he just dies easily. So I think you just keep going for that slow siege, and if they do jump in, you say, all right, what's your option jumping in? If you expose Lifestealer, we'll kill Lifestealer.
And for SFZ, their items are going to be so minimal now after using 2 to 3 buybacks for that fight and still losing the fight. That's Weaver's MKB gold gone, and when you've got double Butterfly on both Troll and Shadow Fiend, you really want those. You really want that MKB up.
Well,
even Nagasaran getting items has a Diffusal Blade coming out. Chen has 3k gold. This entire Radiant team are just getting stacked as far as their total net worth is concerned.
Chen as well, Shadow Fiend pushing up bot. Shadow Fiend gone for like pure stats.
Bit of everything. Yeah. Has got 4k gold now, so maybe the Manta style comes out, or may just want to finish his Satanic.
Finish the game. Here we go.
They've had enough of reading this teen magazine.
Is it teen magazine as in T-E-E-N? Or team as in
Teen.
T? Okay.
I think. I don't know if that's actually a magazine. I assume it is.
You just call it Teen magazine.
I'm gonna go buy a copy of Teen magazine after this game.
Okay.
Just so I can get more insight as to what I'm actually talking about when I'm just start talking shit on cast.
All right. I like that. I respect that.
It's like Dota research. You go on Dota, I go to the convenience store and pick up a Teen magazine. That's my prep for a game.
I mean, I'm pretty sure the horoscopes of these 5 players need to be compared right now.
Yes. I'll check their birth dates and read their horoscopes. And that's how I'll also make my Dota 2 Lounge bet, by reading the horoscopes of the different players on each team to see if there's success coming their way.
All right, big rares are definitely coming this way. Sakura force-staff himself to lower ground. The Vacuum Walk's going to get dropped here. They're going to focus on the Lifestealer. Lifestealer's fine. Looks like Shadowfiend did pick up one. Rage does end. Shadowfiend will come through here, and Yamaha is going to go down. Stormster does get one kill, but GG's going to get called.
Yeah, he ends up dying himself as well. So, well, the Poseidon, the horoscope, sees victory in the near future because they take game 1.
Poseidon.
Well, they took down the Abaddon, and as it is, GG gets called, and well, no surprise here. I guess Poseidon are much more experienced teams as far as their individual players go, having the 3 former Virtus Pro players. Basically, I mean, this is a team that, I mean, people have seen a bit in Starlight, but they've got 3 players who are at TI3, so that obviously goes to say something. This is a talented team who does have the potential to maybe cause some upsets here and there.
Yeah, they made a couple of mistakes, but overall, I think SFZ made more. Like losing the dueling bot against a single throw and random stuff like that will lose you the game.
Yeah, that's Poseidon's first wins here in Group D. They were 0-2 to start things off after losing to rox.kis. So as a result, SFZ, I think, ScaryFacezzzz, no surprise really, they're going to be dropping down, unlikely to advance because they're 0-3, only the top 2 advance. As for, well, their opponents, as for Poseidon, they've got a small chance of advancing, but with Na'Vi Fnatic in the group, pretty unlikely.
Fnatic, have they even been playing well lately?
No.
We'll
Not
find
really.
out next, right?
Ro-
Is it Fnatic?
Fnatic are playing in the second match
Yes.
against someone.
Yeah.
Maybe
so-
against Poseidon. Ooh, that's going to be a big match. All right, so here's our schedule for today. And then, okay, so Fnatic versus Poseidon. And if Poseidon win that, maybe they can get that second place. But at the same time, we have rox.kis. rox.kis are 4-0 in this group. Sure, they've beaten the two weakest teams, but all they have to do is get maybe one game against Fnatic or Na'Vi. And
Yeah.
so I think more likely we'll see the top two being fought over between Na'Vi, Fnatic, and rox.kis. But Poseidon could make a few ripples in there.
I saw Fnatic playing against Na'Vi the other day, and they played pretty well, or at least they were able to keep up with Na'Vi. So if they play the same as they did the other day, it should be second place Fnatic,
Cool.
but hard to say.
All right, well, we'll take a quick break. When we come back, we'll see if Scary Faces can at least get themselves some wins, get themselves some pride, and take game 2. See you guys soon.